Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
There are many demons, but there's only one
Electro Demon.
Heavenly Sword is an action-adventure hack-and-slash game made by Ninja Theory way back in 2007. This kind of a forgotten Sony exclusive game, PlayStation 3, is the only platform this game has ever been released on. Sony at the time poured a lot of money into this game, and it definitely shows. You play as Nariko, a member of the Shen clan. The Shen clan is tasked of defending the Heavenly Sword, a sword that is extremely powerful, let's put it like that. You have to defend it against King Bohan's army. He's the main villain in this game. The sword also has a reputation of killing those who choose to wield it. This is a great story and it's written really well. The voice acting is top notch and facial expressions are still extremely detailed and impressive. This is where a lot of that Sony money I was telling you about went in. This game came out in 2007 for the PlayStation 3 and the animations are still impressive, even today.
We'll be trapped like rats in here.
Even rats can become tigers when trapped.
And tigers make great trophies when skinned.
Enough! Climb the walls and keep watch.
The gameplay of Heavenly Sword is basically inspired by PlayStation 2 era God of War games. And this is good. God of War 1 and 2 are some of the best games ever made. Nariko can attack with light and heavy attacks. A bit later in the game you get introduced to stances, whom you can change on the go. If you hold L1 and then use triangle or square, this is called the ranged stance. Basically fast and big area of impact, but the damage output is low. Then you have the power stance, which you activate by holding R1 and pressing either triangle or square. This obviously does massive damage, but it's slow. And you have the speed stance, which is default. You activate it by mashing triangle or square without the use of L1 or R1. It does moderate damage. Also, by doing combos you fill up a meter and you can perform a one-hit kill takedown, and these takedowns look pretty fucking cool. There's also a lot of quick time events, but you have to be insanely fast with your button presses. Like fucking robot fast. This is actually designed in a way that you have to use trial and error method and basically memorize the inputs. It's kinda lame. God of War handled quick time events so much more elegantly. You had to be fast there, but not robot fast. There's a few puzzles in this game, and these were designed to show off the 6-axis controls. You can throw a shield and by holding a button you guide it towards your target. These motion controls are a hot, steaming pile of shit. But luckily you can turn these off in the settings and just use your analog stick to guide your projectiles. There are also a few sections where you play as Kai, Nariko's sister.
That was fun.
She doesn't fight with melee weapons, she uses her bow. Most of the gameplay with Kai is shooting and guiding your arrows towards enemies. I like sections with her, they're interesting. You can even guide your arrow through fire to make it a fire arrow and then guiding that arrow towards a barrel of gunpowder. There's a couple of boss fights, basically King Bohan's minions, and each fight is trying to be a spectacle. Some boss battles even have multiple stages. Bosses are fair and interesting, but ultimately don't really possess a challenge. But not every game has to have extreme and Dark Souls crushing difficulty boss fights. Also the last boss fight and the whole fight before the last boss is some of the most impressive shit I've ever seen in a video game. There's thousands of enemies on screen and this is extremely impressive for 2007. game is linear to the bone, but I don't mind this too much. This is a very short game, clocking in around 5 hours. The music is solid in this game. There's orchestral and drum-like Persian tunes. I'm not a huge fan of these Persian melodies, but it's definitely not bad. Graphically speaking, Heavenly Sword looks great. It looked insane for its time. My only complaint that it's a 30 FPS game. Those were the times where PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 games thought that 30 FPS is acceptable. I mean, it is a steady 30 FPS, but it's still 30 FPS short of 60. You can play the game on the original hardware, that is the PlayStation 3, or you can use RPCS3. RPCS3 is a PlayStation 3 emulator for the PC. This is how I finished the game. I just wanted to play the game, so I didn't want to fiddle around with the settings, but you can play the game at 60 FPS. I'm sorry that I realized this after I've beaten the game. I did have a few crashes, but this is normal for an emulator. And when you consider that RPCS3 is emulating that Sony's proprietary cell engine, known for being insanely complex, this is mighty impressive. Heavenly Sword is a great hack and slash game that is definitely kind of forgotten. And it's a shame it's forgotten because it's great. I wish we'd get a sequel, but I think Ninja Theory have also forgotten that they even made this game. If you're into high production values, great God of War inspired combat, solid visuals and great motion capture, well, Heavenly Sword might be for you. If I had to give a score to this game, I'd give it 8.3 out of 10.